One of your biggest success tools, your appointment and calendaring structure. Yep, I'm serious. Your calendaring techniques and how your staff is allowed to fill your appointment calendar is something the rare advisors point to as a key success factor in converting and onboarding new clients to the practice. Hello, and as always, welcome to the Rare Advisor, where we talk about recurring and repeatable events that will supercharge your financial advisory practice. Now, in the previous discussion that I had, if you didn't see that or listen to it, I would encourage you to take a quick step back, check that out. But I break down the crucial components of the early stages of the appointment process, most specifically, what needs to happen on those first 3 appointments and how you cannot mush them together. You cannot glop in number 1 and 2 or number 2 and 3 together. It will crush you in terms of the success patterns that you'll see in with onboarding new clients. But there's also a subtle little trick that very few understand, and yet when they deploy this, it can literally like revolutionize your business. So no doubt from an athletic standpoint or from any kind of like an entertainer, a musician, an artist, whatever the case might be, someone who's really unbelievably good at their craft, he will always hear reference to being in the zone. Well, it's a real thing. You no doubt have experienced it at different points in your life. But in terms of your business, being in the zone 99% of the time has to do with getting into that kind of mode, into that mindset, and then staying in it for as long a period of time as you can. So if I'm running my appointments, let's say I'm running live events or I'm running digital or remote events, webinars, things like that, whatever the case might be, I'm running these sessions to market myself to potential new clients. And you could even throw introductions and referrals into this category as well. So however it is that we're communicating with these people on the front end, we're now going to set the stage for the appointment process. And we have some pre-appointment items that we recommend that you actually use to reach out to people, send to them in advance of their first appointment, all this kind of stuff. Again, go back, check out the previous discussions. But here, what I want to focus on is how I'm going to actually organize my calendar. Sounds crazy, I know. It doesn't seem like a big deal. It doesn't seem like something we would spend time on. It's unbelievably full of horsepower. What you want to do is make sure that you think through, how do you get in the zone? How do you stay in the zone? So let's say I run this live event, this digital event, whatever the case is, webinars, all that stuff I already talked about. Top of the funnel, starting my prospects, leading to my first real appointments. Now, as I'm coming into my first appointment, I want my schedule. So let's say I'm running this event on a Wednesday or Thursday. I'm going to set the appointments from this event for the next Monday and Tuesday only. Those are the 2 days I'm isolating for these events. These first appointments coming off of this live event, this digital event, whatever it is, so that when I'm in front of these people and I'm going through my first appointment protocol, again, check out the other conversation to learn about the protocol and the steps. But if I'm going to go through that first appointment protocol, I don't want to do that. And then an hour later, I'm on an annual review. And an hour after that, I'm on a service call. And an hour after that, I'm getting introduced to somebody at a networking lunch. And then an hour after that, I'm back on another first appointment call. Then an hour after that, I'm on a second appointment. Then an hour after that, I'm on a third appointment. Then I'm working on a financial plan. And then I'm back to another first appointment. I'm never going to get in the groove. I'm never going to find the zone. No, I want my staff knowing on our calendar system, doesn't matter what you're using, Outlook, any of the other tools, whether it's, there's all kinds of sophisticated stuff, right down to people, doing like the old school doctor's office and filling in on a sheet of paper. I don't care what it is. You have to obligate it to what the purpose of the day is, what types of appointments are allowed to be set. So I'll use that as my standard example now. Let's say that on Monday and Tuesday are only first appointments. And that's what I'm doing all day long. From first thing in the morning till last appointment at night, I'm running first appointment. Bang, bang, bang. What I'm going to find is by the time I get to that second and third one, I'm cruising, right? I'm in the zone. It's going perfectly. I got it down pat. and my ratios will go up and enjoy that because of it. Now, let's say that's Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, maybe that's what I save for second appointments. Now, they're not second appointments from Monday and Tuesday that just took place. They're second appointments from the previous week. They're now coming back. And now I'm going to go second appointment, second appointment, second appointment, which is a very different appointment than the first appointment if you're doing it correctly. So I'm going to zero in on those second appointments and I'm going to get in the zone. Then, so let's say that's Wednesday, Thursday. Then Friday, maybe I leave it for service work. Or, maybe what you find is you can massage the weeks and you can adjust them. So maybe one week you have 1 day of service stuff, and maybe a different week you have 2 days, or you do it based upon volumes. Maybe you only need 1 day for second appointments, even though you need 2 days for first appointments, because certain people you're not going to bring them back for a second appointment. But you want to structure your week accordingly. Now, once you fill that up, you also have to realize that if you're running a lot of marketing, like were people who were running live events pre-pandemic or successful webinar and digital events during the pandemic and beyond, when they are dealing with their calendar system, they have to also block open time for new patients, right? You've heard, I tend to speak in medical terms because everybody knows what you mean when you say that. Doctors' offices keep certain time blocks open for new patients only. You need to do the same thing, because otherwise you're going to get so full that now when somebody attends one of your events as a new client and you're just telling them, well, the first time they can come in and see you is 3 or 4 weeks from now, that's probably not going to work out very well for you. They're going to wander, they're going to find a different advisor, so on and so forth. So event always has to be followed the next week by open appointment times for new clients only. And I need to always structure my calendar understanding that. So if you run, events like that, whether they're live or digital or whatever, if you're running them once a month, then you always know the week following that has to have time available for new appointments only, for those first appointments. And then after that, maybe not so much. If you're running an introduction campaign, if you are working with what we call Advisor Protocol, our consulting arm here at USA Financial, and they've taught you how to fill your entire calendar through introductions and referrals by like-minded clients, so that you're duplicating your top 20% of your clients over and over and over again. Well, that you need to structure as an event as well. You need to realize that works the same process in terms of scheduling the calendar. And you need to have someone who's the gatekeeper, because most likely you're the one who's going to buckle, because you love your clients, you know your clients. They're going to ask to see you on a Tuesday, but Tuesday's blocked for something different kind of appointment. You really need to push them to Thursday. You're likely going to buckle. So don't book your own appointments. Let other people do that. Even if you're sitting in front of them, they say, Joe, on the way out the door, he's my service guy. He'll actually set you up on my calendar. We'll get you taken care of. Let Joe be the one who tells them they have to move it to Thursday. That you're not available on Tuesday. Whatever the case may be, protect yourself from yourself, because odds are you need it. Beyond that, use color blocks. Just whether you use an Outlook or you've got it tied to your CRM, or however it is you're doing your appointment process, block it in color codes so that nobody can mistake it. They understand and know how and when the different types and stages of appointments can take place. Now, what about quarterly reviews, annual reviews, the various review process? Same thing. I'm going to budget certain days of the quarter, or however often you do this, that are set aside for that purpose. And that's what I do the whole time. And now I'm going to try to get leverage too, right? I always want to get leverage in my calendar. If I have my calendar system and I know I've got these annual reviews coming up, there's probably 50, 60, 80% of an annual review is the same thing, almost identical for every single client. So let's bundle that up. Let's make it feel like an added service of the firm. And we can be doing some digital conversations about that, kind of like what I'm doing here. You could record it. It could be a webinar. It could be a video. It could be all these different tools that are at our fingertips today. And now all your clients love Zoom today. So there's easy ways to convert your practice in this manner. But I'm going to do that piece in advance, so that now when I meet with the clients, I can get right down to what's important to them. And make sure you always get credit for that. Because even the client, if a client doesn't want to come in, the answer should be that, well, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, we're going to be conducting your annual review on this day. We prefer that you are there to participate with us, but rest assured, we will be reviewing your plan at that point in time, even if you can't make it. When you say things like that, suddenly they realize, wow, this really is important. This really is special. Maybe I better get there. Now, if you are finding that that's how you get introductions, if you are finding that that's how you pick up the remainder of the assets, then this is a vital piece in your calendar, once again, that you need to block accordingly. And when you're doing these reviews, again, second, third one in the day, you're going to be in the zone, and that's where you want to be. So it doesn't matter what the type of appointment is. You want it to be able to be replicated. That's why they take drills, right? If you're a football fan or a baseball fan, or basketball, whatever the case might be, that's why we take the snaps over and over again. That's why we take batting practice over and over again. That's why we stand at the free throw line and we shoot and we shoot and we shoot, because once we get dialed in, we can drain it every time, and it works the same way. But the key is have a system. Stick to the system, get everybody around you to adopt the system. Don't deviate. Stay with it. Again, super crazy special circumstances. I get it. There's always an exception, but I'm telling you, stick to your system and blocks of time, and you will see every important ratio in your business will go on the incline. Literally, everyone will go on the incline. It's that strong. So, hope this stuff's valuable to you. Again, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I love talking to you guys, and we'll be back together again soon. Thanks for everything. See ya.